the poems that I'll end with are from the book Immigrant. That's not me. Okay. And this one was really about the history of fruits and vegetables and the human migration as tracked through plants and things that we eat. So I'll read some of those. This one is called Avocado. This one isn't a history one. They became lyrical after a while. At first I couldn't stop writing in sonnets. I don't know why. And so David Webble told me, well, just keep on writing until you write it out of you. And so I decided to assign myself something like the history of agriculture because I figured they would get out of me quicker. And this was when the history part wore off, but the sonnet was still there, and it's called Avocado. Wound tight inside the avocado, we once found a perfect copy of the tree in miniature. Pale, translucent leaves unfurling, coiled strings of root, a stem that split the pit. We didn't have the heart to toss it out, crowned with coffee grounds and newspaper. In the end, the landlady took it with the rent. She said she'd plant it among the rocks and jagged shade against the southern slope for strength, since silky avocado flesh thrives under adverse conditions. This one is Cabbage, a love song. Amen. I dislike you, Cabbage, your tight-fisted order yielding to my little knives with your immaculate squeaks, your rotund indifference to all that falls away. The fact you feed me through the winter, through the centuries, and I dislike my need, the shadows of my lifting fingers cast by your green light, and all my old sorrow. I dislike your density, as if the world lacked space. Your pure white heart that open fields can't heat, the way you fall apart when cooked. You're such a poor loser. Plus, it takes so very long to finish all of you. I can say without reservation, I hate all the casual ways you're so unseemly chaste, so haughty in your modesty, so moderately good. And here's the history of the radish. In its wild state, it's utterly unknown, but it may come from China or Japan and may descend from Raphanus raffinistrum. In days of pharaohs, it was grown extensively in Egypt. How its name from Saxon, rud, rudo, or reud, or from the Sanskrit, rudira, for blood, was hid from Britain till Gerard would claim in 1597 4 distinct varieties. From cellophane, denuded of greeny tops, or peasant fingers, rude and cakey earth, we lift them to the sink, recalling how Egyptian women dyed their nipples scarlet in a braver night. This one is tanka. It's a tanka, and it's the vegetables in Hiroshima, Japan, after the bomb. Percy says pumpkins roasted on the vine. Flowers bloomed in strange warmth. Red potatoes baked. Who placed vases, laid plates? And we're done with food, and I'll end with just 2 more. This one is called Central Park. The important thing is to be burdened with your emptiness, not as a pregnant woman balancing across the street, for your emptiness belongs only to you, and no one placed it there. Nor are you like a barrel of water, collecting ripples and images. Nor are you a shadow or a sun. The necessary thing, when you're standing still, is to have a place to go, to have something that should be done, or could be done, or at least begun. Consider when your hands are gathering up strange letters and they're prone to slide. They are not grains of seed or keys to a mystery, though they're not yours, or to a house or a heart. Bells are not syllables. Slaps are not chrysanthemums. Dictionaries will give you nothing. There is no language in your blood, no hurt under your boot heels. What's gliding on the lake is gliding away. It's looking for fish and frogs. It can't speak to you, nor can the oak that drops its button acorns and moves its arms in the wind. And the children walking hand in hand before you in the reeds are only going home to supper. The sun is setting. It's only the end of the day. Remember, it's better not to look for things or pick them up. Stay out of libraries and away from electrical outlets, hospital rooms and theaters, from secretaries, businessmen, and all who traffic in similes, stock, grain, meat, desire, daisies, snails, and shipping. Stay out of suitcases, closets, diaries, milk pails, washing machines. Beware of stockroom boys, of grandmothers with their heavy tablets of bread, bakers and their ilk. And yet, it isn't good to be alone, not too much alone. And the last one I'll read is immigration quotas. All my life I've been meeting foreigners with no green cards. They ride bicycles, they cook delicious, they buy tickets to the opera, they pronounce my name in burning vowels, direct my steps with eloquent turns of wrist. But though they have gardens and have set my bones, and I've met their great aunts and seen their sofas and smelled their skin, they will leave motionless after sunset, the credits, picking raspberries, the Van Gogh, before half-closed eyes of Russian icons and gold leaf glittering under buzzing lights and temperature. The visa will expire. Too loud to resist, the band will hit the wrong note. The bank will fail. The hand will drop off the shoulder. It will have been vacation, high tide, an accident, a mispronunciation, an unfortunate choice, an ill-advised use of slang. Oh, thank you. Where's Joe?